How you doing, by the way, Old Pie Master?
Why did the Creator construct a universe teeming with imperfection, misery, sin? Among the scholars of both heaven and hell, this query is known as the riddle of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages. The one particularly restless bunch kept a robust relationship to the topic. The Nephilim. Spawn of angels and demons. Warriors, relentless, unstoppable, blood-mad. Until they were betrayed by four of their own. War, death, fury, and strife. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Inconceivable power was bestowed upon the traitors by those sworn to maintain symmetry twixt order and chaos.
Why is that a question?
The Charred Council. Bear witness as the Council holds court to end the Nephilim War in the name of balance. This is the new pact. War, bringer of worldwide fire. You are the juggernaut of all pain. Death, dark soul of eternity. You are the deepest decay. You are anti-life. Strife. Endless spirit of timeless unrest. You are all that is unsettled in the hearts of that which lives and breathes. And finally, fury. Terrible engine of rage. You are the machine that...
Are we to waste our time on ceremony, or are we to fight?
Step forward and recognize, horseman. You are the most impatient of your kin. The least predictable, dancing on the edge of your own reality. Your brothers understand the undertaking set before them. But do you?
Still talking! Shall I have Death fetch us some tea, or can we get on with it?
Fury, your role in this story is yet to be written. I wonder, will you light the flame of creation anew? Or stomp out the embers for good?
All right, she's clearly very angry, and good to know, Old Pie Master. It's good to know that you're good.
Dreams more thrilling than reality. Had I known the new pact would be so exciting, I would have let walls separate my head from my neck then and there. Is it possible to die of boredom? Rampage. Bored as I am, perhaps you're just lazy. If I didn't love you so much, I'd kill you just for something to do. The call? Finally. Please, please, please tell me you're a planet of demons that needs slaying. Or two. War. What pathetic fate have you brought upon yourself, brother?
Watch your tongue.
I may be least favored of all the horses, but my tongue never found me chained to a rock like some dog.
Fury, approach us.
I take it there is a mess that needs tending to.
Though you jest, you speak true. War has broken his vows to this council and shattered the seventh seal.
The apocalypse. Why would he...
We know not. Yet. As we speak, Earth falls beneath the spears of heaven and the hammers of hell.
So the horsemen are to ride.
No. While the Charred Council seeks to understand how and why the traitor war has committed this abominable act, there is a matter that requires delicate attention.
You should have called Strife. He's the delicate one.
The 7 deadly sins have been released, by whom we cannot say, but the 7 roam the earth, free of our prison. The balance between order and chaos is already in jeopardy. The 7 cannot be left unchecked. War is in chains. Death is missing. Strife attends to other matters. The last time you faced the sins, it required all 4 of you.
I can handle those fools in my sleep. But when this task is complete, I demand that you grant me my rightful place leading the horsemen.
If you would trade obedience for a title, so be it. But never make a demand upon us, horsemen. You depart immediately.
I think she just did, and you're letting her walk away.
Greetings, Miss Fury. I must admit, this is a fortuitous fate.
A watcher? You doubt my allegiance?
Please, be not cross. I am such an admirer. Scratch that. I'm a fan. You are the horseman. The only one that matters.
Enough! I will allow you to accompany me. Just stay out of my way.
I will be as unto a shadow. Steadfast. Silent.
More silence!
Go! Seek out the place called Haven. Your quest for the 7 deadly begins there.
I can picture an army of sloths
Wait.
just rolling over all the units. Slowly,
Whatever has passed between us, search
with their
your
weird
heart.
3 toes.
You cannot believe I am guilty of these crimes. Something is wrong with the universe. Be vigilant, Fury. Forces conspire against us. Heed my words.
Alright, so it seems to be carrying on the tradition that was in 2, that all 3 games were told kind of concurrently with each other. Which might make things a little confusing if you haven't played the first 2. So yeah, this is happening while events of the first one and the second one are all happening, because they all kind of share the same period of time. I'm willing to bet that this ends the way the first one ended. With that scene. I won't mention what that scene is. Fallen enemies will release soul lurchers upon death. Blue lurchers act as currency. Green replenish your Nephilim's respite. And yellow fill your wrath bar. Okay.
Fury, we're close to one of the 7. I hope.
Ow. Is there, like, no dash? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all. I mean, there's that, but there's no, like, run. That bothers me just a tad.
Haven. A haven for what? Vermin?
Humans, mistress.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Watcher?
I know not but what the Council commands, mistress. The quest for the Seven begins here.
I remember Mark Hamill was the Watcher in the first one. Far more snarky.
Mine! Humans, Haven, everything here! Mine! Move on, horsemen, or ye be mine too!
I'm on a mission.
So we're just
Protecting
gonna-
humans? Humans think creation favors them. They are apes, crawling through dirt.
Quite the grudge you're carrying.
Just gonna pop one of these out the gate, huh?
I will take. When they have nothing left, they will be my playthings until they break. You cannot stop me!
Oh, I don't want to. Humanity is tragically overrated. I am not here for them. I'm all yours.
No!
There we go. Whoa. Okay.
Don't you get it? What's mine?
Game runs smooth, but it does look kind of dated. But it runs real smooth. I like that. Important to note at this point, I am playing on a decently powerful machine on max settings. So your experience on a PC may be varied. Press R to replenish health while Nephilim's Respite is active in your consumable. It will refill itself by absorbing green soul lurchers from fallen enemies. Press D to quick select Nephilim's Respite if it is not in your active consumable. Yeah, the lip syncing is slightly off too, but that's I'm not too bothered by it. Ow! Why can I not jump over that? Or am I just incompetent and not doing what... Shit. I need to stop talking. Alright, let's go get her. Okay, goddammit. Man, you gotta be... You can't be anywhere near that. Ow, that was my fault. There we go. Give me that.
Pretty. Come and get it.
Ah, that's mine!
Mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch envy?
I did.
She's gonna suck her soul.
This talisman.
It's a vessel. Envy used it to hold energies from the rest of the seven.
It will make a fitting prison for the others once their physical forms have been broken.
If I may, there is a sort of hum emanating from the talisman. That glow.
Will indicate when one of the seven is nearby. I know.
So wise. You are all that the council promised, mistress.
I'm beginning to enjoy the sound of your voice, Watcher.
Is it just me, or does the Watcher kind of have the same head that Strife does? The Talisman of Sin will guide you to the deadly sins. It is displayed at the top of the screen and directs you toward the nearest sin. The skull indicates the nearest sin, and the dot indicates other sins that are currently accessible. Lurcher crystals. These crystallized collection of spirits can be shattered in your inventory to acquire the souls trapped within. Oh, we got some barbs of scorn here. Okay. Forged by the Mad Smith. Crystals. Shattered to acquire 1,000 souls. Is that how you level up in this? Because that is just straight up ripping off Dark Souls, if that's the case. I mean, I know the joke is to say everything is like Dark Souls, but this is straight up Dark Souls, if that's the case. If it's a mechanic where you get souls from enemies, but you can't cash them in until you're at like a bonfire, that's they're blatantly ripping it off at that point. Not that that's a bad thing, but I mean, it's just uninspired. Sin and Punishment was a good game. I wonder if they have as many RPG elements as the second one did. The second one had all those weapons you can pick up, but I haven't seen anything drop. We'll see. There is almost nothing that Seven fear on this or any other plane of existence. They will spread their poisonous destruction as long as they are able, with no thought given to their own preservation. But there is one thing, something that strikes terror into their rotten hearts. Captivity. By Jamara. I'm going to say that's Jamara. Okay. Do I have a map? Any kind of map at all. Looks like maybe 5 weapons total. It's weird that to get to the menus, I have to hit escape, right? But to back out of it, I can't just hit, or I can there. But right here, I can't hit escape to back out. I have to hit backspace. It's odd. Small healing shard. It's just a quirk with the controllers that I'm noticing. They use a backspace a lot instead of escape. Also, keep in mind I'm playing this word. I'm using a...
I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't point out that even with the talisman, locating the other deadly sins will prove a challenge.
Finding Envy was easy enough.
That was a gift. One I would not count on receiving twice. Envy was also, by far, the weakest of the deadly sins.
Anything else to add?
Only what I assume you already know. The armies of both heaven and hell have cordoned off the world of man into various areas of influence. Look around us. The upheaval we have seen is the very personification of the struggle between order and chaos. You have set for yourself an unenviable task, given these environs.
That's what makes it fun. The other sins are hiding across this shattered world. They strike at angels and demons alike in their own selfish bids for power. Their hubris will lead me right to them.
Perhaps, but you will need assistance.
Whatever I need, I will take, Watcher.
Like I was saying, I'm using a keyboard and mouse, though, and that is going to be atypical of what most people play this on. So it's going to be a minor problem. Just one that I am going to be experiencing. At least I think it's atypical. I have to wonder how many people are playing this with the controller on the PC, and how many people are using a mouse and keyboard. I wonder if there's any hard stats for that somewhere. I'm sure there is. Like, I want to, like, explore and search for things, but I know that there's just nothing for me to really be looking for right now. I can just tell by the way the world looks. And once again, it doesn't look all that impressive. The scenery is cool, but it's definitely... I don't know, it looks like it's from 5 years ago, maybe even longer. And I'm fine with that, if the gameplay is fine. And the gameplay so far is fine. It runs nice. It's fluid. But like her hair, for example. It's quibbles, but like, I'm so used to games like Tomb Raider Horizon, their hair being fully motioned and flaying in the wind. And hers is very stiff. It does not affect gameplay at all. But it's just things I notice. THQ, or THQ Nordic, or Nordic THQ, or whatever the hell they're called off the top of my head now. They're definitely cashing in on that middle market. And I'm totally fine with that. That middle market's something we need. But you can tell.
I knew that war would one day unleash all this. But seeing it... His gifts are impressive.
May I remind you, mistress, that you have no peer among your horsemen brethren.
But seeing it actually win competitive events is a tad jarring. We need to get back to understanding that there are different levels of game. Oh, hey. Ow. Give me them souls. Small lurcher clump. Well, what the hell's a clump? I mean, what's a clump in the context of this game? Ah, okay. It's a shard. Right? I mean, we can all agree that those are shards from Dark Souls. I don't know how to spend those yet, but I'm willing to bet that's your experience, and you're going to find an equivalent of a bonfire. Apocalypse question mark. Hey! What an ass. Hey, buddy. So far, the combat's all one button. I mean, I have the dodge and the parry, which is hitting immediately after you dodge. In this game, that's how it works anyways. But all the whip stuff is assigned to one button. There's no... So far, the right mouse button does nothing. Okay, we have some exploration here. Can I get over there? That is not a jump that I can make. I don't have any map either. It kind of bothers me a little bit. What's the red bar underneath there? Let's take a look at options here. That's another thing that kind of bothers. There's small little quirks that bother me. For example, resume is highlighted right now. And if I move these, it highlights the right things. But if I move my cursor over it, it doesn't move that highlight. But if I click options, it still takes me to options. There are little things like that that don't really affect the overall gameplay, but just bother me a little bit. It's I don't know if sloppy is the right term, but there's something wrong there. Wrath form, Havoc form. Okay. Healing shard. Very nice. Okay, that just does a super attack that clears the area. And it recharges pretty quickly, it looks like. Good to know. Good to know. Giant-ass mushrooms. Oh, get out of here. Whoa! No, I probably should have. I gotta get used to actually dodging things. I mean, it didn't hit me that time, but I should have dodged that instead of just stood there. Like that. Hey! There we go. Hey! Still alive? I swore I'd kill you. I swore I'd kill you. I swore I killed you. Okay, let's take a look up here. More small lurker clump. Alright, here's the Zelda-esque stuff I was looking for. Get the item to progress further. That's gotta be what that is, right? The item or ability needed to take that down. No map, but I'm sure we'll get a fast travel. This might not be unlocked yet. Just speculation, however. Hey! Let's consume more of that Nephilim Respite since it can recharge. I think the healing shard's a one-time use, but the Respite is kind of your Estus flask. Let's be real here. This game... I haven't seen proof of it yet, but I can't see any other reason for collecting those other than being to spendable currency. The real test will be, if it's aping off Dark Souls Online, is if you die, if you just drop them where you're at. I don't know if that's the mechanic behind it or not, because I haven't died yet, but something tells me it's going to be.
Human survivors.
Not my concern, Watcher.
I would go that way, but the game clearly wants me to go that way. Alright there, big boy. Let's do it. Ow, ow. Jesus. I'm sorry for whatever it is I did to you. Jesus Christ. I really got to get his timing down better than I am. Also, I have to learn that my dodge is not as far away of a dodge as I thought it was. Yeah, see, I'm dodging too soon. Well, he was guarding something. Fortifier enchantment. Enchantments can be socketed into a weapon from your weapon inventory. A socketed enchantment confer an active benefit to the weapon and a passive benefit to Fury. Yeah, Rope Master, you definitely rock my world, and thank you for the bits. It is always appreciated. Never mandatory, but always, always appreciated. Okay, once again, get the item to get farther. Let's socket something. Equip enchantment. There we go. Unfocused Fortifier. +3 physical and arcade damage with this weapon, +5% health. I seek strength of the heart and of arms. Okay, yeah, I'm into it. I wonder if those are one-time use, like if they're consumable or not. Or if I can swap them out. Oh, hey.
That tree. It's impressive. But is it just me, or is it out of place here?
It is a maker tree. Most likely we will find refuge there.
Hey, son of a bitch. I really got the dodging is not as, I don't know, something about it seems off. Oh, you know what it is? Some moves are assigned to dodge as well. So, for example, this is what happens when I press attack and dodge at the same time. So, when I mean to dodge, if I'm in like a flurry of combos and I'm like hitting attack and trying to move away at the same time, I'm not going to dodge, I'm going to do that instead. That seems to be what the problem there is. Yeah, that can be a problem. Also, there's a little bit of a weird... see, when you dodge, you kind of pause there for a bit to recover. So you really have to time that dodge well. You can't just roll everywhere and hope to not get hit. Additionally, their attacks are way slower than you think. So I'm dodging a lot earlier than I need to be. I need to readjust for that. Oh! I just did that because I hated that desktop. I didn't know that something would actually drop from there. Alright, either drink the Felon's Respite. Totally not Estus Flask. Although, unlike the Estus Flask, I'm being a little bit unfair. Unlike the Estus Flask, that thing does refill as you're killing enemies. So it's not like you have to be at a save point to refill it.
Aren't we making a mighty ruckus?
Says the demon who announces his ambush.
It was not my intention to do battle, horseman. Well, such a passionate little thing, aren't we?
Do not test my patience.
Very well. War is too hazardous an occupation for myself, horseman. I am here in the name of blind capitalism. I am Vulgrim, merchant of the damned, a trader who deals in souls for profit. Even in the face of the apocalypse, one must endeavor to earn a living.
And whose souls do you trade in?
Angel, demon, or even human. All souls have value to me. I've seen the trail of bodies you've left in your wake.
What would I require from you?
That depends. What are your needs?
Information. The 7 deadly sins.
Whispers on the wind say that the fabled horsemen are but pawns in a larger game. Victims of a grand setup.
What do you know?
I know that the first one's free. Call for me if you have souls to trade, and perhaps you will consider my wares valuable.
I like this guy. Volgrim Plineth. Fury can feed collected souls to Volgrim to earn attribute points. Those attribute points can be spent in Fury's character menu by pressing M. Volgrim has allowed you to access the Serpent Holes, this ancient network of pathways through the world and beyond, allowing fast travel between Plineths. Okay, so it is a Dark Souls mechanic. You can experience, expand the experience, or Devil May Cry, to be fair. The true test of whether or not it's ripping one or the other off is when you die. If you die and they drop, clearly Dark Souls, all the way that they're called souls even.
Good eating.
Oh. That bothers me so much that that doesn't highlight what I'm on.
Please take your time.
And it doesn't change the where it's at either. So if I highlight skyscraper, it still shows me the West End picture. I have to actually go use the cursor. It just bothers me. It's not a big problem.
This will be fun for both of us.
I'm sure it will be. Right.
As you wish. Take your time.
Okay. Now this is a little bit more like Devil May Cry-ish. The third one, maybe I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I played DMC. Where you can use your orbs to either level up your moves or buy items. Ingredients, huh? Specials. Unfocused Leviathan, Unfocused Rage, and Rejuvenation Core. This stone automatically increases the amount of health restored by Nephilim's Respite by 75. Now, is this a one-time use item? Or is this something that I can use multiple times? Or is it permanent? Like, I get it and it permanently equips it? Or do I have to... Yeah, it doesn't tell me.
As you wish.
Once again with the backspace. Let's just shatter all. Okay, another weird thing. It says enter to shatter, right? Well, maybe it's individually. Let's find out. Nope. It says enter to shatter. I press and space to shatter all. I press space to shatter all, and it only shatters one of them. Yeah, there's weird optimizations for a keyboard here. It's something's wrong.
Good eating. Take your time. As you... This will be fun for both of us.
Okay. I'm into it. I'm into it.
As you wish.
Okay, let's see what we get.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
3 attribute points. Increase health, physical strength, or arcane. Well, I don't have a specific build in mind yet, so let's just spread them out across the board. See, once again, that said enter to do that. I hit space though. There's weird things like that. If you're playing with a controller, your mileage may vary. What the hell's that? I can only imagine that's one of those things that once you get an item, you can open up. Real Pie Master says, he's calling it right now. She'll be getting her ass beat with all of a sudden. She calls on her horse, gives some kind of rage meter for the rest of the game. The horseman name feels pointless. So, the first two games, and it's been so long since I've played it. If I recall, in the first one, you can actually ride a horse around. In the second one, the horse was there. I'm not positive you actually get on him. I'd be shocked if they didn't incorporate the horse into some kind of gameplay mechanic. Because, I mean, they are horsemen. I don't want to go that way just yet. I figure we'll play this for another 15 minutes or so, and then I gotta shut it off for right now. I do have day job stuff to do. But I will be playing this again later tonight, by the way. What the hell? I don't like that you can't, like, move faster. Like, yeah, she's running right now, and I was pretty sure there's a button. Yeah, there's a button that makes her walk in those metal heels. But she moves just a little too slow for exploration. Like, if I'm going through an area I've been through before, I want to move a little bit faster. There could be... Oh, god damn it. That actually startled me. If I'm going back through multiple areas over and over again, I do want to be able to move a little bit faster. Convert strength of will into offensive might. The shard is largely dependent on the one who uses it. As the effect is determined by the strength of one's soul, those who are weak-willed find themselves receiving little benefit. As for those absent a soul, the shard's consumption is not advised. Kind of want to see what happens. Is it loading? Well, that's interesting. That was a really long load time there, guys. And I don't have a top-of-the-line computer, but I got a damn good one. I hope that is an atypical experience and not something I'm going to run into every time I go into a new area. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's... Oh, my. Oh, my, yes. Well, isn't that something? Can I... Well, I think my time with the game has now come to an end for today. Let me try reloading. I can't reload. Let's leave and come back. Oh, wow. It's going to actually load the next area. Let's try just reloading the area next. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. So we come back here. I just want to look outside, make sure there's no weird issues. Okay. Now let's try to reload that area again. Oh, man. The fact that... Oh, the fact that it takes this long to transfer between scenes is bad. Oh, man, this is so bad. Let's see if it actually loaded that area up. Nope. If anything, the cop cars are gone now. Holy hell. What? I can't wrap my head around what just happened here. Like, how is this even remotely acceptable? And now the game's not even loading anymore. Wow. I can move. You can see the compass moving around. All right, let's do a hard exit, or let's do an exit to title rather. Is it just not going to title at all? Okay, we're going to Alt-4 out of this. Or Control-Alt-Delete out of this. 1 second. You might notice some oddities on your end as I take care of this. Okay. Wow. That, whew. Let's talk for a second. Terror's all kinds of fucked up, forgive me. That is pretty goddamn unacceptable in any... That, like, you can't forgive. I can forgive the weird keyboard quirks. I can forgive a couple of the oddities with dodging. It didn't quite feel right. I can forgive the fact that the game looks 5 or 6 years old. That shit, however, is just unacceptable, and no matter how you slice it. We are going to load this back up before we call it here. I want everyone watching to kind of see if maybe this is just a one-time oddity that I ran across, or if that save file is officially fucked now. But oh man, that is rough. Let me bring myself back down to minimal here. Let's start this game up again. All right, continue. Okay, starting right up here. Loaded, quick. Awesome. Okay, and here's the area. Okay, so I will be posting this clip places, but I'll make sure to add this part in as well at the end. I won't do any selective editing. It's going to be like a raw 15 to 20 minute clip. The game seems fine now. It could have just been a weird error in loading. Let me go back to where we transfer load screens. And it's not doing it anymore. So maybe it doesn't... Okay, yeah, we're back in Haven now. So that could have just been a one-time oddity. Absolutely could have just been a one-time oddity. It very well could be the only person that's ever happened to. Because I can't seem to replicate it. but man, that was messed up. I'm glad to see that it's fixed itself. I'm glad to see it's not a problem. If that is just happening once, okay, that's bad. It's not acceptable. But I'm fine if it just happens to once. Or am I... Hold on. Am I actually back farther than I think I am? I think I'm actually back farther than I think I am. Or am I? No, that's the way I came. No, I'm not back farther than I think I am. Okay, just wanted to make 100% certain. I'm gonna go a little bit farther, just a wee bit, to see if anything weird happens once I fully start exploring this room. But I swear this was where I started at. Yeah, wait a minute, I have been here. This is the same room where I killed the giant guy. And there was something right there. Yeah, right? Did I just get turned around and end up going backwards instead? Is that what caused all this? Maybe. Maybe I just ended up going the wrong way to begin with. And I was trying to load up an area that I hadn't... Yeah, I just ended up going backwards to begin with. I'm supposed to be going up this way.
Vulgrim and his demon tongue.
Okay.
They live to confound and feed of the scraps of a world they help destroy.
Indeed they do.
But despite his thirst for souls, Vulgrim may be a useful tool on this journey.
Alright, so I was going back in a direction I'd already been before. It wasn't a new area, it was an old area. Still not an acceptable bug, considering that this game is clearly designed for you to go back and revisit those old areas in that Zelda-style fashion that the other two Darksiders had going for it. You know, you come back with the ability that you, or weapon that you need to open up the path to go deeper into the area, or to find extra souls, or experience, or whatever the hell they call in this game. I really hope I don't run into that again, because I had to do a hard break from the game to fix that. And if that happens in an area where I'm like way deep and it puts me back 15, 20, 30 minutes, God forbid an hour or more, I'm going to be really pissed off. And I don't want that to be anyone's experience. My graphics are updated, by the way. I did update them last night for this game, so I doubt it's a graphical driver issue, or if it is, it's something they don't have a fix out for yet. And it only happened the once. It seems to be going right now. So far, the impressions of the game, that aside, I like it. It's a good B-tier game so far. I am into what's going on. I've always liked the lore behind Darksiders. I'm not like a big... I'm not going to stand too hard for it, as it were, because it's by no means the greatest thing ever written, but it's interesting. It's something that no other gamer is really doing out there that I can think of, other than that old Apocalypse PlayStation 1 game with Bruce Willis and Poe in it, but who the hell even remembers that other than me and like maybe 5 other people? We are going to wrap things up here right now. If you're watching us live, tune in again tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for GamePoints episode 153, where we're going to talk about some Red Dead Redemption. We're going to talk about this alien blackout rumor and this massive article from Jason Schreier at Kotaku about the future of Diablo. We're going to get into that as well. And I will likely be resuming this game after that show around 9:30 to 10 Pacific Standard Time if you just want to come back for the game itself. Once again, disclosures, this game was not bought. It was given for free by the publisher, so keep that in mind regardless of what I happen to be saying about it. Thank you for showing up. If you like what you see here, if you're watching us here at Twitch TV, or if you're watching us later on YouTube when I put this clip up here, feel free to like, subscribe, follow, throw bits at all that good stuff. I always appreciate it, but it's never mandatory. I'm just jazzed to have people showing up. And until tonight, I'll be seeing you.